Thompson is running brilliantly.
Yes, Kishane ran brilliantly at the Paris Olympics but missed out on the gold medal. But this rematch is going to be different. You know what? Let's jet into this story. Welcome to Jet. So first and foremost, before we get into how Kishane Thompson is ready to show the world how good he really is, give thanks to Yahweh and Yahushua. Yes, man. Everyone did expect Lyles to win the Olympic gold until recently when Kishane ran the fastest time in the world this year. Of course, there were some still betting on Lyles to win the Olympic 100 meters gold. Seville was also predicted to get a medal in the men's 100 meters final in Paris Olympics 2024. In the semi-finals, we've seen Kishane run comfortably, winning the race in 9.80. Oblique also won his race comfortably, beating Lyles in 9.81, a new personal best. But when it comes to the final, something shocking went down. In one of the fastest 100 meters final, with everyone running under 10 seconds with times as 9.88 and then never get a medal, which tells you the caliber of the race. And they were right. Lyles did win the Olympic gold by 5,000th of a second. Now they have to do it all over again, but this time not everyone that was in the Olympic final will be there, but most will. In the Silesia Diamond League in Poland on the 25th of August, we will see a lineup that is expected to produce some good times. We are talking about the likes of Coleman, Kerely, and none other than Jamaica's Kishane Thompson. It is like a rematch, and this is going to be epic, and Jet will say why in a minute. Coleman missed out and came fourth at his national trial and did not compete in the 100 meters at the Olympics. He's a quick starter. He would want to prove something. Fred Kerely is back on form, running 9.81 at the Olympics, taking the bronze. Now, this is where the rematch will be. We can never count out Omenyala, who ran 9.79 this season, but for some reason normally failed on the big stage. Akeem Blake is also someone to watch, but not showing good form this season. Do not write off Jacobs, but again, not impressive of late. But the man to watch is Kishane Thompson, with the fastest time this year in 9.77. He is a powerhouse of a sprinter. Yes, man, he might go do things in the future if him stay injury-free. Stephen Francis believes Kishane is better than Asafa and someone to watch.
And it worked, and now so he has been free of pain in his shins, and since March he has been able to do his complete programs, and you know, he has slowly been getting better. He gets better every week, and I think that certainly if he manages to survive this thing next week, then I think he will be really be ready to run at the Olympics.
You've also trained some top class male sprinters, including Asafa Paul, who got that world record in 2004-5, first going 9.77. Are there any similarities in Kishane and Asafa, and how do they measure up when you look at the numbers?
Well, I think that they are very similar, except that Kishane is ahead of where Asafa was at each stage in terms of, you know, he is a very powerful athlete. You know, he has problems or potential problems with his weight. Depends on his discipline, and you know, they're very similar people. But I think the difference between Asafa and Kishane is that now, 15 years later, in spite of what Mr. Riley thinks, we have a far more sophisticated and analytic setup, so which would allow him, I think, to be better for his talent than Asafa was.
He also said Kishane is in the best shape he has ever seen because of his intervention.
And you learn that the year is 365 days and not 20. And that, you know, I mean, for example, Kishane couldn't train almost the entire year because he had this huge shin problem, and it flared up, and he was okay up until about December. Then he hurt his quad. But what we did was to search way high and low for a solution, and eventually we found one in Australia, and we managed to get it to Jamaica. And then, so since March, he has been able to train fully, and now he's in probably the best shape he has ever been, because for one time he is able to just do his program, which he couldn't do in the years before. So that is the kind of thing we're talking about. We have to find solutions, and then finding solutions is one, but applying it is another. I think Kishane performed very, very well, given the fact that, as I said, he had been having hamstring issues after the semi-finals. Sean had to work on him a lot, and I think it was very creditable and courageous of him to run the way he did, given all that. But I think he was disappointed in his start, and I certainly was as well.
Running 9:79, as I know, you know, the expectations is that he would have been the Olympic champion, but it didn't happen tonight. But Kishane, I think, based on his experience, you would say that he did well.
I said he did well, and it gives him something to look forward to for the rest of the season and for the next season. So hopefully that will make the future even better. You know, an Olympic silver medal is no joke. So,
but is he still in that best shape of his life? Well, we shall see this Sunday, because with the pressure of the Olympics final off their backs, everyone is going to run more relaxed. And Kishane, with that disappointment, missing out on the gold, will want to prove that he had learned his lesson and more experience, and will run a full race without shutting down. We could see a time of 9.72. Lyles decided to close his season, so unfortunately, no rematch where that is concerned, or a run scared. Jet is saying Kishane will win this one. Kerely second, and a battle between Coleman and Jacobs for third. So, what is your view? Do you agree with Jet's prediction? And if not, who will win? Write your comments below, man, and let's have a discussion about this. For those of you who've forgotten to subscribe, please touch the like button, smash the subscribe button, and touch up the bell. And remember to share with your friends and family. So here we are going now. We are going to jet off,